So I just did a whole recording, but I forgot that I wasn't recording. So here we go again. Okay, so I've been wanting to do this for like 2 years, making a Samira guide. Um, I really want to make a high quality Samira guide for my main YouTube channel. I even started on it, I think. I have no clue. But yeah, my brain just doesn't do that. It just doesn't work. I'm just not motivated. I just don't have the energy to do that. So here's a really scuffed version instead. Yeah. So the first tip for playing Samira, in case you couldn't tell this champion, because it's a custom skin, this is Samira, yeah. So the first tip and the best tip that anyone can give you is find a duo queue partner. Just any engage support at all. Like Rel, Nod, those are the best two. Leona Pike is good. Pantheon is really good. Blitzcrank is fine. You know, just any engage support at all. Those are really good, yeah. Find one of those. If you can find a good duo queue partner that matches your playstyle, you will easily climb. Because, I don't know, this champ is just really broken if you have a good support that has hands. For me, like, even in like engage supports, they often don't play aggressive enough for my liking. But once I found like a support that really played the same as me, I could just easily stomp like 2 out of 3 ranked games, even in high diamond, which is almost pretty much my main elo. So yeah, it just feels really easy to play. Um, yeah. Besides that, Renata's also fine, I guess. Usually you just don't want enchanters at all. So yeah, um, some basic info about Samira. You have 500 range, or like a very short range 80 carry. You get poked out in most lanes. Just try to get some CS. Maybe miss some if you just don't want to eat the poke. You know, you gotta stay healthy because basically your champion relies on getting all-ins to get ahead, which is why you really need an engage support. So just wait for the all-in windows. Usually level 2 or level 3. Level 3 is the safest because you get your W. Level 2 also works in a lot of situations. Um, like if you're versus a Lulu and she goes Q into E or whatever, then you know level 3 she will have polymorph, so you might want to all in level 2 or whatever. If you're not confident that you can block the polymorph, in case you didn't know you can block the polymorph with W. Yeah, basically just stay a bit healthy, wait for an all-in opportunity at level 2 or level 3, and in rare cases, like if enemies leashing and you aren't, if they're at the blue buff, and you have like a Nautilus or like a Rel or whatever, you can sit in this bush, unless you're like Draven or some other stuff with lethal tempo that's really strong level 1, you can usually catch them off guard. It's happened like countless times. You just go here. I like skilling E level 1 because once they realize that they're getting hooked, getting cheesed, they would flash over this wall, and if you got them low enough you could just follow with your E and just, you know, they flash over the wall, you follow with your E and you just finish them off while they try to walk the tower. So yeah. Then there's the combos, and I'll show you some basic combos right there. I just recorded the whole thing again without recording. Yeah, alright, let's do it again. Okay, so for the combos, for the people that don't know, like I don't know how good the people watching this video are gonna be at Samira, and like if they're known with the champion. For those that don't know, you can combine your Q with your E, so that your Q follows after your E, like this. Usually your Q is just a little Ezreal Q type of thing. But yeah, you can EQ to do that. So it follows. Pretty much a guaranteed hit unless they flash out of it or whatever. You can combine that with your flash like this. Does stuff, like does damage. I think it's only the Q that hits. I don't think the E damage hits, but like E barely does damage anyway. Really cool stuff like that. You can also like, I use this because there's no other way to use my passive in practice tool. You can use your passive in the middle of your E. Looks pretty cool. I'm sure it'll be useful sometime. This. And there's the thing that everyone should know. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that don't know, but if you're ulting, after pressing E, you can always auto attack once. Just once, not more. I don't know. Sometimes it bugs out, so you might have to like, you know, spam right click. But yeah, during your ult, if you dash on, like, I don't know, doesn't even need to be an enemy. If you dash on anything, you can get one free auto attack right after the E. Like this. I don't know if that worked. Let me try again. It's hard to even see if it works or not because there's so many stuff going on. Too much stuff going on. There. Yeah, like a little 110 damage. That's the auto attack right there. Let me try again. Yeah, I think that worked. The 80 damage? Yeah, that was an auto attack. Okay. I think. I don't even know. I think so. Alright, so Then for the combos that you're gonna want to do to, you know, get your ult quickly, the most basic one is this. I'll like say it slowly. I'll probably put some letters on the screen or some shit. Okay, so auto attack, W, E, Q, and another auto attack. Yeah, you're gonna want to be in W range for this when you start it. It's like slightly more than melee range. It's not like that close, but you're not gonna want to be at full range because otherwise it just doesn't work. Like your W won't hit. You need both parts of the W to hit, and this is how you do it. You're gonna want to get used to the timing and stuff. So like, I mean, the timing isn't that hard as long as you just, you know, press E in the middle of your W. The things that can go wrong here that you're gonna want to avoid is, you know, canceling your first auto attack or canceling the last auto attack. Happens to me every now and then as well. Not much anymore, but it used to happen a lot. Then the other dangers are missing your W, like the first part or the second part. Like you can be too far away, like this. Resetting. Or if you're too close, especially if they're walking into you, or if they like dash away or whatever. If the second part of your W hits, you're also going to be one stack off, and this is really painful because you're going to need to wait for your Q, and then you need to hit the Q. It's very annoying. So yeah. Then there's also targets that, you know, like if there's multiple targets, you can do more combos. You can do the regular combo, and I think if you time it right, it's a bit complicated, but you might not even need an extra auto attack. I have no clue if I even auto attacked or not, but yeah, you get more stacks if there's more enemies, generally speaking. Mostly because of your E. Your E hits multiple targets. Let me like demonstrate it real quick. So usually you only get one stack from your E if there's a single target. If you manage to do damage to enemies, like if you're here for example, like dashing through them, and before you hit the next target, after you hit the first target, you know, if you hit someone like for example with an auto attack, see this is 3 stacks. This is an auto attack and an E. Usually it would be 2 stacks, but it gets 3 stacks because my auto attack, like I hit the E first on this guy, then the auto attack, and then the E on that guy. So like, you know, the E gives extra stacks. Okay, usually if you're not in melee range or like they're running away or whatever, to get your ult, in case you didn't know, it takes 6 stacks, and yeah, you pretty much have 3 abilities right there. So if you just weave in auto attacks between every single spell, then you get it automatically. It's good practice to always save your W for the last stack if you don't need to block anything, because like, let me just demonstrate it. Like, if you're auto attacking for your spells at least, right, you can instantly ult after pressing W basically. So if you do it the other way around, like let's say you save your E or your Q for the last one, like you need to wait out this whole W animation. It's a whole second, or like almost a whole second. It takes really long and it's just annoying, so don't do that. Yeah, then there's also this little combo. If you're like better at Samira or like just better mechanically, like if you're just a really fucking good player, I don't know. If you're not a really good player, then you won't be able to do this consistently because you need to just press your entire fucking keyboard. Usually you can't press W in the middle of your E. You need to either press it before your E, or otherwise it just casts afterwards. Like you can't press it during the dash, except for if you press R after dashing, because for some reason, don't ask me, for some reason after you press E on a target and then you press R, you can actually use your W in the middle of your dash like this. Like it just casts it before the end of it. It's a bit hard to tell maybe, but yeah. So yeah, you can use that for a combo because if you hit your W before you hit your E, that means you get an extra stack from your W. Usually that wouldn't happen. So if you're like out of range for the normal combo, you can just do it like this. I made a video about it earlier. Yeah, I'll put the text of like the combo on the screen. It's auto attack E R W Q. Auto attack like this. There you go. It took me 3 tries to just do it right now because it's just a really fucking shit combo. You need to press your entire keyboard. Just button mash, but yeah, it's pretty cool and stuff. I've done it a few times in game. It's really inconsistent. I don't recommend trying this in actual games if you want to win, but it's cool and stuff. So for items, you would always want to buy Ronins. Where is it? There you go. Ronins, because it's really fucking cool. Look at this. Like, I just got 4 stacks from pressing auto attack and E. It's just magic. Just buy this item. It's really good. Don't worry about why you need to buy it. Just buy it. See, like, this should speak for itself. Wait, my E was on cooldown. See, like, I just magically stack my whole thing. It's just, Runas has a passive for Samira that it just magically gives you stacks because it feels like it. So yeah, just trust me on this and buy Runas every single game. It's really fucking swag. Yeah, what else? Besides Runas, the build is gonna be the same every single game. You got this, or IE first if you feel like it. Let's put the Runas at the end here. You go Collector into IE, depending on if they have tanks or not. You might want to go LDR first. Usually you go Bloodthirster first. If they have no tanks at all, you can go Immortal Shield Bow. Usually you just go Lord Dominic's. Like even if they have no tanks, right? If they have any armor at all, you just go Lord Dominic's because it's damage. It's really fucking cool. Then I don't know, finish up with Shield Bow, maybe GA, maybe Maul. Yeah. So this is gonna be the build every single game, pretty much. Sometimes you wanna buy IE first if you have enough for it. It's more damage, but it's a worse, like, you know, components and stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to say, this is gonna be a guide for season 14. Item wise, yeah, no, this has been the exact same build for about like 3 years now, and it's gonna stay on. It's gonna keep on being the same build. Nothing's changing in season 14. There's no new items for Samira. Nothing's gonna change, except for that other champions do get items. So yeah, Samira just gets fucked. Yeah, enjoy.